Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, volleyball fans of all ages, welcome to another game video here on YouTube. I am Jonathan, and we are still coming to you live from the Sports Pavilion here in Lawrence, Kansas, home of Kansas University and the Jayhawks. And your eyes are not deceiving you. You are looking at your Spartans versus Red River Rattlers. This is the D1 Division I Gold Ball semifinals. This is the game, folks. This is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Philadelphia Eagles at the Super Bowl. This is Texas versus OU at the Cotton Bowl. This is Texas A&M and UT at any game at Kyle Field. This is Spartans versus the Rattlers at Nationals. Two teams enter. Only one team will leave victorious heading to that gold ball. The failing team will go to the bronze bracket. Say a prayer, folks, that it is not us. This should be a good fight. This should be a great game. Let's see what happens. Are you ready? This is where I would put in the Sports Center, dun-a-nut, all that stuff. Like, if I have the ability to live edit on the fly, this is the game I would do it in. These teams know each other. These girls are friends on and off the court. They know each other's strengths. They know each other's weaknesses. This should be interesting. And then on the Spartan side, we've got Brad Lawson running the lines for the Spartans. We've got Josh back here doing the cheerleading, the additional commentary, the what have you. Girls are getting set up in their opening lineup, and we've got, as we start moving around, because I'm missing a girl. Lexi. Okay. We've got, starting off on your back right, number 14, Avery Bishop. Number 3, Ansley Travis. Number 4, Lexi Davis. Number 16, Aubrey Davis. Number 23, Lily Schleif coming in for number 14, Avery Bishop. Number 55, Jackie Allen, and number 6, Kat Mathis. Girls are in their serve-receive lineup, which means Rattlers are going to start off serving. I've got to get this gimbal unlocked so I can move the camera. Make sure I try to catch all the action as we get started with that first serve. This is best 2 out of 3. Here's the first serve. Lexi's got that serve-receive. Travis to Davis on the attack. It's in the block. Down on Spartan's side. That is a point for the Rattlers. 1-0 starting us off. Carissa with the serve. Kat on the serve receive. Travis to Lexi Davis on the attack. That is a good attack and kill for number 4, Lexi Davis. 1-all. Now serving for the Spartans, we've got checking in for the Spartans, number 1, Frankie Nelson, in for number 55, Jackie Allen. Now serving for the Spartans, number 3, Ansley Travis. If I keep screaming like this, I'm going to lose my voice. On the attack, blocked by number 16, Aubrey Davis. Monster block, 2-1, Spartans. This is best 2 out of 3. Let's see if we can kill it in 2. That would be absolutely fantastic because no one wants to go to 3. On the attack, Schleif has it with the hands. Bit wonky. Kat realizes it at the last second, kind of panics and makes a dive for it. No one else moves from the ball. That's a point for the Rattlers, 2-all. There's a serve. Mathis on the serve receive. Travis to Nelson on the attack. Libero picks it up. There's the set and on the attack. Down. Missing the back by number 6, Mathis. That was a hard attack. Point Rattlers 3-2. Here's the serve. Mathis on that serve receive. Travis to Davis on the attack. What are we calling? The attack is out. No touch is being called. That's a point for the Rattlers, making that 4-2. Rattlers leading by 2. This is danger territory here, folks. sent out on that serve receive. Mathis watching the ball, wisely calling the ball out, not touching it. Point, Spartans 4-3 Rattlers. Checking in for the Spartans, number 5, Cora Lawson, in for number 6, Mathis. Now serving for the Spartans, number 4, Lexi Davis. Lexi's got it. Travis, free ball from Lawson. We're calling under the net on whom? Calling under the net on the Spartans, making that 5-3 Rattlers. I'm guessing maybe Travis was under the net. I'm not entirely certain. Here's that serve. Schleif on the serve receive. Aubrey starts to go for it, but then stops. Cora tries to come up quick, but can't get there in time. That's a point for the Rattlers, 6-3. We have an advantage situation here. Rattlers leading by 3. There's a serve from Jamie the libero with Lawson picking it up on the serve receive and attacking. On the attack, Lexi Davis has it. Travis to Lawson on the attack. It's blocked. Davis picks it up. Travis bumps to Lawson. Lawson attacks again. On the attack, it is down in that back left corner. Davis making a dive for it, but just can't react fast enough. Oops, that's the wrong team. I wish it was that way. That is a point for the Rattlers, 7-3. Here comes the serve. That was Schleif on the serve receive. Travis to Davis on the attack. They panic, cannot recover. That's a good attack kill for number 16, Aubrey Davis. Point. Spartans 7-4 Rattlers. Checking in for the Spartans, number 14, Avery Bishop. Now serving for the Spartans, number 16, Aubrey Davis. Avery came in for number 23, Lily Schleif. Ooh, Davis gets that dig. That was a good dig, but unfortunately it was shanked out. That's a point for the Rattlers, 8-4. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 23, Lily Schleif.
Got a block.
That serve sent out. No touches being called. That is a point for the Spartans, making that 8-4 Rattlers. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 55, Jackie Allen, and number 2, Aurora McKinney. In for number 3, Anthony Travis, and number 1, Frankie Nelson. Now serving for the Spartans, number 55, Jackie Allen. Folks, they're not wrong. You got to put that block up. You got to slow down those hits to get the back row chance. No block. That's like standing in front of a speeding bullet. On that tip, Davis gets a piece of the ball, but shanks it into the stands. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 9-5. Rattlers leading by 4. Here's that serve down the line. Serve is out. No touches being called. Brad sticking that flag straight up in the air. Point. Spartans 9-6. Rattlers now serving for the Spartans. Number 5, Cora Lawson. Lots of movement. On the attack, down the line. Brad calling the ball out. That is a point for the Spartans, making that 9-7 Rattlers. On the attack. That attack sent out. Point Spartans, 9-8 Rattlers.
I'm making a pot for it. I'm just one
Tip. Schleif gets a piece of it. Lawson makes a dive for it. Power rolls into it, but she just can't pick it up. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 10-8 Rattlers first to 10. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 6, Kat Mathis, in for number 5, Cora Lawson. Here's a serve. Schleif on that serve receive. Allen tries to get it over the net, but it's an overpass at the net. Drops between Allen and the net. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 11-8. Here's the serve down the line. Mathis has that serve receive. Bishop on the assist. Free ball from Davis. On the attack. That attack is out. No touches being called. That is a point for the Spartans, making that 11-9. Rattlers checking back in for the Spartans, number 16. Aubrey Davis in for number 14, Avery Bishop, so that number 23, Lou Schleif can serve. I think I called that right. That was a service error for the Spartans, an easy point and pickup for the Rattlers, 12-9. If you want to win against the Rattlers, you have got to close your block and you've got to make the minimalist of errors, not efforts, minimalist of errors. The more errors you make against the Rattlers, the more points they are just going to absolutely dominate you with. Here's the serve from Carissa with Schleif picking it up. Attack from Davis. Off the block. Rattlers tooling the block of the Spartans. Ball is out. That is a point for the Rattlers, 13-9. Davis on the serve receive. Allen to Aubrey Davis with a tip, but it's blocked. She went right into a double block with that tip. That's a point for the Rattlers, 14-9. Perhaps now would be a good time for a timeout. No timeout being called by the Spartans. Davis on that serve receive. Schleif and Allen fighting over the ball. Mathis with the free ball, getting it off the court and playable. Schleif on the dig, shanking the ball out, sending the ball towards my location. I can't play. That is a point for the Rattlers, 15-9. Rattlers first to 15. Still no timeout being called by the Spartans. Mathis ducking the ball, doing the math in her head, going, that's out, and letting the ball go. That is a point for the Spartans, 15-10. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 1, Frankie Nelson, number 3, Ainsley Travis, in for number 55, Jackie Allen, and number 2, Aurora McKinney. Now serving for the Spartans, number 3, Ainsley Travis. Tip, Travis has it up, centers out, Schleif on the assist, Davis attacks, it's in the block, Mathis reacts, gets a piece of it, but it's unfortunately out. That is a point for the Rattlers, 16-10. Here's that serve. Mathis on that serve receive. Travis to Davis on the attack. Gets through the block. On the attack. Ball sent out, but unfortunately Brad, who's supposed to be on our side, is calling a touch. That's a point for the Rattlers, 17-10, and a timeout for the Spartans.
That was a right touch.
Now, people talk about the blocks. You got to make sure, like, block geometry is everything. 1, you got to have a block. The block has to be up. You got to slow down those attacks. 2, the block has to be closed. You got to put those hands together, close that block. It does you no good to put your arms straight up in the air because you're just going to hit right between your arms like a goalpost. Number 3, you need to angle your block towards center of the court because you want to keep the ball in play, because if they hit into that block and the ball is going to deflect out, you want it to deflect where it's still in the court and playable, because if it deflects out on your touch, that's on you, and that's a point against you. Block geometry is everything when it comes to first line of defense. Your last line of defense is that back row, and you got to make sure you have that block up for that back row to give the back row a chance against those hard hits. We're getting back into it at 17-10. Spartans using one timeout with Mathis on the serve receive. Tipped by Travis. I think that was Davis with the recovery. Oh, that hit was straight down and down the line. That was dirty and lethal. That is a point for the Rattlers, 18-10. Davis on that serve receive. Travis bumps to Lexi Davis with an attack, gets through the block. Free ball short. That's 4 touches. That is a point for the Spartans, 18-11. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 5, Cora Lawson, in for number 6, Kat Mathis. Now serving for the Spartans, number 4, Lexi Davis. Here's that attack. Oh, that attack was right down the line. I think Schleif took it on the shoulder. That was a good kill. Jesus, that is a point for the Rattlers, 19-11. Spartans are very much behind the Rattlers. Jamie Johnson on that serve with Schleif on the dig. Lawson attacking, Schleif on the assist. Push from Davis. On the attack through the block, Schleif has it up. Travis center dumps over the net. On the attack, down the line again, split between Schleif and Davis. That is a point for the Rattlers, 20-11. Rattlers first to 20, 5 away. Lawson on that serve receive. Travis back to Lawson with the free ball short. On the attack through the block, Travis has it. Frankie saves it. Free ball from Schleif. On the attack, Schleif gets the dig, but shakes the ball out, unfortunately. Good play. That is a point for the Rattlers, 21-11. When Frankie went off to the side, she got caught up in a pom-pom and drug it back with her. That was just entertaining. Rattlers, I think, helped out getting it off the court, at least the playable area of the court. Lawson on that serve receive. Schleif with the assist. Lawson attacks. Travis on that dig. Jesus, that was beautiful. Schleif on the attack. Cora Lawson tipping. On the attack down the middle, actually not down the middle, down straight in the donut, split between Schleif and Davis. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 22-11. Not looking good. Spartans have come back from darker odds, but it's not looking good. Lawson on that serve receive. Travis to Davis with the tip. On the attack does not break the tape. That is a point for the Spartans, making that 22-12. Rattlers checking in for the Spartans, number 14. Avery Bishop in for number 23, Lily Schleif. Now serving for the Spartans, number 16, Aubrey Davis. Tip. Davis has that dig. Travis pushes to Lawson. Lawson attacks. Lawson tooling that block. Point, Spartans. 22-13, exactly what I was talking about earlier with the block, except you don't want the Rattlers to do that because we're trying to score off them, so Rattlers can screw up the block all they want. Spartans have to get a better block. Tip. Down in that back right corner. I think Travis tried to make a jump to grab it, but she couldn't. That was a point for the Rattlers, 23-13. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 23, Lily Schleif. In for number 16, Aubrey Davis. I think that's what I saw. I could be wrong. Davis on that serve receive. Travis pushes over the net. Davis picks it up. Travis pushes back over the net again. Johnson picks it up. On the attack, it gets through the block, gets through the tape, drops down, split between Davis and Lawson. That is a point for the Rattlers, 24-13, set point Rattlers. Davis on that serve receive. Travis bumps back to Lawson with the push. On the attack, Lawson with the attack. That was a good recovery from the Rattlers. Push from Schleif. On the attack, blocked by Bishop. Schleif has the dig. Travis pushes to Lawson. Lawson attacks, gets blocked, and drops down. Can't recover it. That is a point for the Rattlers. 25-13. Rattlers over Spartans in set number 1. Don't go anywhere. We still got at least set number 2 coming back at you. All right, Spartans fans, we're getting back into it. This is set number 2 of the gold ball bracket D1 division. You're looking at number 3, Ainsley Travis, number 23, Lily Schleif, number 5, Cora Lawson, number 4, Lexi Davis, number 55, Jackie Allen, and number 16, Aubrey Davis. Spartans got snake bit on that first set. Rattlers besting the Spartans 25-13. Now the question is, are the Spartans going to be able to suck out that venom and get to the hospital in time to fight again in set number 3 so they can come back with an axe and cut the head off the snake? Or will the venom take its hold? Only time will tell as we get started here with number 3, Ainsley Travis, serving for the Spartans in set number 2. On the attack, Schleif on that dig, back to him. Good recovery, good dig. Tip, Schleif has it. Travis to Allen with the push. Ball sent out on that attack. No touches being called. That is a point for the Spartans, 1-0. Service error from the Spartans is a point for the Rattlers, making that 1-all. Snake Eyes. Oh, off the hands of Lawson on the serve receive. That's a point for the Rattlers, making that 2-1. Lawson on the serve receive. Travis pushes to Davis. Davis attacks, but the attack is in the net. Point, Rattlers 3-1. Lawson on the serve receive. Schleif on the assist. Lawson with the back row attack. On the attack, off the block. Travis tries to get underneath it, but she's slow to get there. That's a point for the Rattlers, 4-1. Lawson on the serve receive. Travis bumps to Allen. Allen attacks. On the attack, Travis has it. Schleif on the assist. Free ball from Davis. On the attack, blocked by number 4, Davis, but shanked out on the block. Rattlers tooling that block. That's a point for the Rattlers. 5-1. Rattlers first to 5. Schleif on that serve receive. Travis to Davis. Davis with a tip. There's a net violation on the Rattlers. Point. Spartans 5-2. Rattlers. Now serving for the Spartans, number 4, Lexi Davis. On the attack, down the line, over Allen, over Travis, down in the back line, no one there. Point, Rattlers 6-2. Here's a serve. Lawson on that serve receive. Travis pushes back to Lawson. Lawson attacks. It's blocked. Lawson picks it up, but she pops it back too far. Everybody freaks out. No one can get to it in time. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 7-2. That's an ace for the Rattlers. Point. Rattlers 8-2. That serve thankfully was sent out. Nobody's touching it because everybody is under 6 foot on this team. That's a point for the Spartans, making that 8-3. Rattlers. Checking in for the Spartans, number 14, Avery Bishop. Now serving for the Spartans, number 16, Aubrey Davis. Here's that attack down the line. Spartans got a hands on it, but can't make anything of it. That is a point for the Rattlers, 9-3. Checking back in for the Spartans, number 23, Lily Schleif, in for number 16, Aubrey Davis. Here's the serve. Davis on that serve receive. Travis pushes over the net with the center belt. On the attack, blocked by Lawson. It doesn't break the tape. That is 4 touches on Rattlers, making that a point for the Spartans. 9-4. Rattlers. Checking in for the Spartans, number 2, Aurora McKinney, in for number 3, Ansley Travis. Now serving for the Spartans, number 55, Jackie Allen. On the attack through the block, Lexi gets a piece of it, but cannot get it high enough to be playable. That's a point for the Rattlers, making that 10-4. Rattlers first to 10. Davis on that serve receive. Allen pushes to Bishop with the tip. Davis with the back row attack. But they are calling net violation on number 14, I believe. Point. Rattlers 11-4. Schleif gets a piece of it. Davis gets a piece of it. Davis with the last touch, trying to one-hand it back over the net, but just not enough power, enough oomph to get it there. That's a point for the Rattlers. 12-4. Lawson has it. Allen pushes to Bishop. Bishop with a tip. On an attack. Allen's got it up. Schleif on the assist. Lawson attacks. On the attack through the block. Davis with an overpass. Playable. Off the block. Schleif with the dig. Allen center dumps over the net. On the attack. Ball is down. Missed by number 23, Schleif. That is a point for the Rattlers. 13-4. Timeout, Spartans. All right, Spartans fans, we're getting back into it. This is set number 2, Spartans versus the Rattlers. Rattlers leading Spartans 13-4. Spartans have used one timeout in this set number 2. Rattlers still have both those intact, and Rattlers are serving. Schleif on that serve receive. Allen pushes to Lawson with an attack. On the attack, down in that back left corner, missed by Schleif. That is a point for the Rattlers. 14-4. Rattlers with a 10-point lead over the Spartans. Schleif on that serve receive. Allen pushes to Bishop. Lexi gets it one hand over the net. Down the line. On the right side, missed by number 55, Allen. That's a point for the Rattlers. 15-5, Rattlers first to 15. Schleif on that serve receive. Allen to Lexi Davis with the back row attack. On the attack, gets through the block. Davis tries to dig it up, but she can't. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 16-4. Ball sent out. Fairly certain it was in, but we're not going to argue that one. That's a point for the Spartans, making that 16-5. Rattlers now serving for the Spartans, number 5, Cora Lawson. We're just now getting a Cora serving. That is an ace, though. Point, Spartans 16-6. Rattlers. That is another ace for Lawson. Point, Spartans 16-7. Rattlers. Defense from Davis. Davis has that dig. Allen pushes to Davis. Davis attacks. Schleif with an overpass. Tip. Schleif has it up. Aurora on the assist. Jackie and Lawson fighting over the ball. No communication. Ball's in the net. That is a point for the Rattlers. 17-7. Checking in for the Spartans, number 6, Kat Mathis, in for number 5, Cora Lawson. Schleif on that serve receive. Allen to Davis with an attack. It's blocked. Schleif with an overpass up the net. Schleif has that dig. Allen, free ball from McKinney. Tip. Allen has it. Schleif on the assist. Davis attacks. It cuts the tape, rides, and drops it to point for the Spartans, making that 17-8 off of a kill from number 4, Lexi Davis. Checking in for the Spartans, number 16, Aubrey Davis. Now serving for the Spartans, number 23, Lily Schleif. On the attack, ball is sent out on that attack. No, a touch is being called at the point for the Spartans, making that 17-9. Service error from the Spartans is a point for the Rattlers, making that 18-9. Here's that serve. Davis on that serve receive. Allen to Davis with the push. On the attack. Schleif missing on the dig. That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 19-9. Davis on that serve receive. Allen one-hands it over the net. Off the block. Schleif has it. Allen to Davis with an attack. It's blocked. Allen digs it up. Mathis gets her hand on it, but cannot save it. That is a point for the Rattlers, 20-9. Rattlers first to 20. Mathis on that serve receive. Allen bumps to McKinney with the free ball. On the attack, Mathis and Schleif, I think, tried to cross but couldn't dig it up. That's a point for Rattlers, 21-9. Mathis went left, Schleif went right. Neither one of them could grab it. Mathis on that serve receive. Allen to McKinney with a tip. Blocked. No one could dig it up, but we are calling a point for the Spartans because of a net violation on the Rattlers, 21-10. Rattlers checking back in for the Spartans, number 3, Ansley Travis in for number 2, Aurora McKinney. Now serving for the Spartans, number 3, Ansley Travis. Service error from the Spartans is a point for the Rattlers, 22-10. Davis on that serve receive. Travis to Lexi Davis with an attack. Schleif on that dig. Travis to Aubrey Davis, but Rattlers jump up and smack the ball down. What are we calling? That is a point for the Rattlers, making that 23-10. Rattlers 2 away from victory. Spartans a lot further. Mathis on that serve receive. Travis to Lexi Davis with an attack. Gets through that block. There is a touch. Point. Spartans. 23-11. Rattlers checking back in for the Spartans. Number 5, Cora Lawson in for number 6, Kat Mathis. Now serving for the Spartans. Number 4, Lexi Davis. On that attack, Davis has it. Schleif on the assist. Free ball from Travis. That attack does not break the tape. That is a point for the Spartans, making that 23-12 Rattlers. Service error from the Spartans is a point for the Rattlers, making that 24-12 match point Rattlers. Schleif on that serve receive. They tap it down, and that is a point for the Rattlers. 25-12. Rattlers over Spartans 2-0. Spartans are out of the running of the gold ball. We are going to the bronze bracket. Thank you very much for joining us. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell icon, turn on all notifications so you never miss another live broadcast or upload to the channel. I am Jonathan. We will see you out there for the next game, which I will figure out. I know it's at 7 o'clock, I think. I don't know, against who. Let's go Spartans.